What's up, my dudes? Hey, this is Blaze from Blaze Talks Podcast. And if you've been following us for a while, you know that books are close to us, are close to our hearts. They are one of the things that we treasure in this podcast, because we love reading, we love learning new things. And today we are going to talk about a book by Justin Halpern that's called Shit My Dad Says. This is basically a dude writing about the things that his dad says, random things, anecdotes, advice. So from the author says that he had broken up with a girlfriend, and he went to live with his father. And one day he decided to tweet out things that his father says, anecdotes, one-liners, and all that stuff. And out of the blues, these things started getting traction on Twitter. Like the last time I checked the Twitter account, he had around like 300,000 followers, and that was Uko in 2014, 2015, thereabouts. And so he compiled a book, and this book has very practical advice that as a father is like instilling some very practical advice to his son. So some of the things that this man says that are very practical, and they really resonate with me, and the message that we want to pass to other people in this channel or in this podcast. So one of the things that the dad says is, for instance, is no one wants to lay the guy who would lay himself. Like no one wants to lay the guy who wouldn't lay himself. So basically is that he was telling the son that confidence is the way to a woman's heart, or at least into her pants. That is very controversial, but you know where this dude is going. So he says that, then my dad told me that the only way to meet women is to act like you've been there before. Don't worry about telling them don't worry about them telling you they don't like you. It's gonna happen. You can't give a fuck. Otherwise, guys like you and me will never get laid. So basically, that's one of the things that we always talk about in this channel, whereby you need to be confident in your source. You need to know how to take your L's. Like women, like not every chick will be into you. Like you'll get more L's than you care about. So all you have to do is keep shooting your shots. And if you act like you get women, if you act like you know what you're doing, eventually you'll find a chick who digs your vibe. So another thing that this dad tells the son is that one of the other things that this dad teaches the son is on chivalry. He practically tells this dude that you should know how like to treat ladies. For instance, he tells this dude that give your mother the front seat. I don't give a shit if she said you could have it. That's what she's supposed to do, and you are supposed to say I insist. You think I'm gonna drive around with my wife in the back seat and a 9-year-old in the front? You're a crazy son of a bitch. So like, even if he's using very strong language, yeah, he instills some chivalry into his son. For instance, there's this concept whereby probably you should open the door for her, or you should walk on the street side. Like let's say you're walking with your mama, or you're walking with any chick, and you're walking maybe in Tao. You should walk the side that on the street side, like where cars are passing. You should be on that side, and your mama should be on the other side. On a lift, you should open, like she should go in first, then you. On the escalator, she should go first, then you trail behind her, like proper etiquette, hold her hand, make her feel like she's a priority, or even like make her feel safe. For instance, like even when you're walking in town, like most, like for men and for women, the experiences are different. For dudes, we just walk into our oblivious, but for chicks the experience is very different from what we experience as dudes. So if you are with your chick, or if this chick you want to like make your mama, like hold her hand, walk on the street side, be there for like safety purposes. This brings me to a concept that I've seen a few times online, and a chick I was with was telling me is that when she's with me, and this is what that other chick said on Twitter, is that she switches off her brain. Basically, she stops worrying about what's happening around her, what she will eat. My mama used to like jump everywhere, like she did not have any concept of personal safety. In the shower, she's all over the shower, sleeping and everything, knowing that I'll catch her. So you offering like a safe space to this mama goes a long way. Like for me, that's like, for us dudes, it's basically next to nothing. But if you can hold her, if you can make her feel safe, even in places where like she can fully blossom into herself. Like for one of the things that you can know that a chick is into you, especially, is maybe she let me give you an example. So I was coming from the gym a few weeks ago, and then we were waiting at the zebra crossing. Then in front of me there was this fucking fine chick, and this dude, I'll hazard to say, like he was like a bit not macho or anything, but this chick, she was like, that dude was everything to this chick, because when they were crossing the highway, that chick's hand went automatically to this dude's biceps, to like it offered like a sense of security for her when crossing the road, because she's scared and everything. And I observed that twice, and I told myself, this dude is winning in life. So on chivalry, this dad is telling the son that you should move in a manly fashion. Like you are the man, you should do what men are supposed to do. Yeah. This shit my dad says. Another book that this book reminds me is Letters from a Self-Made Man to His Son. So this is Letters from a Self-Made Man to His Son. So this is like a self-made man in that he's a businessman who owns, it was in the 1800s. So he owns a business where they package hogs, that's pigs and stuff like that. And this dad is giving this son of his advice from his own experiences. And like, this was very practical advice. For instance, he found, like, the father found out that this dude was sending flowers to this chick, and this dude was sending flowers to this chick, and expensive flowers, but the thing was that the expenses for the flowers were coming from his dad's pockets. And the dad was incensed, like, how could you be sending, how could you like be misusing my money, while you're not even like, you cannot even work, you cannot even earn the same amount of money, you cannot work for that. And he said some very controversial things. They'd sound misogynistic at this time, but let's hear them out. So one of them, he says that never marry a poor girl who's been raised like a rich one. She simply traded the virtues of the poor for the vices of the rich without going long on their good points. To marry for money or to marry without money is a crime. There's no real objection to marrying a woman with a fortune, but there is to marrying a fortune with a woman. Money makes the mare go, and it makes her cut up too, unless she's used to it and you drive her with a snaffle bit. So that's self-explanatory. So while you are at it, there's nothing like picking out a good-looking wife, because even the handsomest woman looks homely sometimes, and so you get a little variety. But a homely one can only look worse than usual. Beauty is only skin deep, but that's deep enough to satisfy any reasonable woman. I want to say right here that to get any sense out of a proverb, I usually find I have to turn it the wrong side out. Then too, if a fellow's bound to marry a fool, and a lot of men have to, if they are going to hitch up into the well-matched team, there's nothing like picking a good-looking one. So, basically we see these things where chicks are now on social media everywhere. We are seeing nowadays that, oh, you have to pay for her nails, you have to pay for her hair, you have to pay for her cab when she's coming to see you and all that stuff. So these letters can be a very good blueprint for dudes. For dudes. And another quote that this dude says about chicks is that you can trust a woman's taste on everything except men, and it's mighty lucky that she sleeps up there, or will it be pretty nigh, or will be pretty nigh all be bachelors. Basically, what he's saying that he's saying, I love like saying this, is that most of the time chicks don't like pick men in prudently. That's why you see mamas complaining all the time, or that's why you see us dudes bag chicks, because we are not all that. So we just get lucky about because they can't choose for shit. Yeah, so you can check out these books. The first one was Justin Halpern, Shit My Dad Says, and then the second one is Letters from a Self-Made Man to His Son by George Horace Lorimer. So Shit My Dad Says by Justin Halpern, or Letters from a Self-Made Man by George Horace Lorimer. So I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast about these two books. And books are a pretty good way to learn about the world. They help you synthesize the world in your own way, synthesize the message in your own way. It's not like a movie where what you are watching is the directors and the writers' prerogative. They are giving you what is in their imagination. In books, you get what these people are. You have to read and then synthesize that information by yourself, and you can create your own characters. You can see these things that as I take you through them and all that shit. So I hope you've enjoyed it. You can check out these books, and definitely you can recommend us more books that you want us to review. We are open for that, and thank you so much for taking this time to be with me. I know, as Jay-Z says, you all could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me tonight. Thank you. Peace.